Just want to pull up the actual PDF.
Good. We're so happy you guys are here. We're gonna listen. It's a good group. It's about 20 and change, which is a nice size. Okay. It should be a
That's all
nice,
good.
calm evening. Who did the SHSAT poetry Zoom? Who listened to the SHSAT poetry Zoom? Anybody? Just curious. Go ahead, Rudy. You did. I know. How'd you like my little Zoom bomber experience? Taught me a few lessons. Okay, so let's go, my loves. Come.
That's
Okay, go ahead. All right, go ahead, Rudy. Go ahead.
all right, everybody. Good evening. My name is Rudy. I've been teaching, tutoring, instructing here at Kweller Prep for a long time.
I
I think
know.
like 7 years. It's been a while. And in that time, I have had many tax classes. I took the tax myself when I was about your age. I went to Archbishop Malloy High School on scholarship. Currently, I'm at Northeastern University, getting my master's in computer science. And in my time when I'm not doing classes, I'm here helping you guys out. Okay. As you already know, Francis is here to help guide us with things. And she calls me in to, make sure that you guys are situated for your exam. All right. So before we get into anything, what was that? Oh. um Yeah, so before we get into anything, really what I want to do is I'm searching for my mail right now and I'm looking for the handbook. Ability section. And I hear that you guys talked a lot about the ability section and want to know what's going on with it. So the ability section is really a lot of pattern recognition. It's very much a lot of pattern recognition, but we'll get into that as soon as we go through this PDF about what to expect on this exam. If I could just find it, guys. I'm going through my email. I don't see the picture at all.
It's in the email, Rudy, that I just forwarded to you. It should be in that email if you click on it. And if not, you can just download it.
Yeah, I think I might just do that. Oh, I got it. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna full screen this. First, I'm gonna download this thing. No, this is fine, whatever. Let me just share the screen. Hi, everybody, are we ready to go over this handbook? Screen share. Yeah, there it is. All right. Does everybody see my screen? Yes, Francis, can you see my screen? Thumbs up if you can see it, because otherwise I'm not gonna know. All right, let's get going. Okay, everybody, so the TACHS exam, the test for admissions into Catholic high schools. As you know, this test is required to get into Catholic high schools, all right? There is a registration deadline, and as we said before, come early, 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 all right? Do everything you can, the earliest time that you can, so that you don't have to run into any problems down the line, all right? Registration deadline is October 24th. Should be registered yesterday. All right, let's keep going. Just a couple things for checklist. It is going to be remote, right? It's going to be via online. They will give you a time, but we'll get into that further on when we get into the details, okay? First, they have a calendar of events. So we are currently at this slot right here between August 23rd and November 5th. You will be having to enter your high school choices. All right. So what does that mean? That means all the schools that you have in mind to go, and I believe it's three. You pick them. November 5th is your deadline. Remember, failure to complete this information by November 5th will result in scores being unavailable to your high school choices. If you don't put this in by that time, your schools aren't going to see anything. All right. So make sure that that gets done. All right, October 8th, we have the deadline for submitting and requesting support documentation for extended timing. If you have an extended time situation or need it, October 8th is the last day that you can do that. If you are registering by internet or phone, like we said, registration period, October 24th, don't miss that. November 1st, you're gonna get an email with your test session date, time, and code. Remember, you are going to be randomly assigned either at 8:30 or at 10 a.m., all right, to take your exam, all right? And the exam will be administered through exam software, which we'll get into a little later on, okay? So November 5th is when the Archdiocese of Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Westchester. If you're looking or taking an exam over there, that's the day you'll take it on November 5th. And November 6th is when Brooklyn, Queens, Rockville Center, and everywhere in Long Island as well has to take their exam, all right? Keep those dates steady in your head. All right. Keep moving forward. Okay, so some quick facts about it. There's a non-refundable exam fee of $65, right? And that includes the handbook, okay? Test candidates, you can only take the TACHS when you are in 8th grade. If you want to apply to Catholic school for grade that's other than 9th, then you have to apply directly to that high school, all right? If you're in 8th grade, you're good to take it. If you're not in 8th grade, you can't. All TACHS test results are final. There's no reviewing or rescoring or retesting to be done. After you take this test, that's it. All right, so make sure you study hard and go in there knowing exactly what you want to do with it, okay? A little more going on, like we said before, the registration calendar, right? You have your registration window. You register by going on taxinfo.com, okay? Then you make your payment, and after that, you get your confirmation email. Then you know what to do. Eligibility form. All right. Okay, so the system requirements for the test. Now, the test is going to be given on software called Proctorio. All right. Once again, we're going to get in there soon. Well, actually, it's here now. For your operating system, you're going to either need a Windows 7 or higher. All right. You're going to need a Mac OS 10.11 or higher, a Chromebook as well. You need free disk space, about 250 MBs, which I think is definitely available. You need RAM of 4 gig or higher or more, but that's only recommended for optimal performance. And also you need to make sure that your internet works, or you find some place that has a steady internet connection, because you don't want it to be turning off like randomly in the test. All right. You need a microphone, and you also need a webcam because they will be watching you while you take this exam. Moving forward, for the Proctorio setup, like it says over here, your computer has to be connected to the internet. All right. You must have the Google Chrome browser. If you don't have the Chrome browser, you have to download it. Okay. And then after that, you need to download the Proctorio extension. And you can get that by following this link right here. Once again, here are instructions on how to get Proctorio. Okay.
And everyone, you have this in your email, okay? So please just skim through it. And Rudy, you can check the messages to see what the kids are writing, okay? Go ahead.
Let's see. Okay, let's keep going. Applicant records. We have to send our records in beginning December 15th, right? Well, after September 15th, you need to have them in by December 14th, okay? Final grades pertain to grade 6, 7, first quarter and trimester of grade 8, all right? Scholarship and financial aid. Now, scholarships and financial aids, those decisions are made by the high schools that you're applying to themselves. A lot of the high schools, sometimes if you get a high enough score on the tax, they'll invite you to take a test for a scholarship. That's what my high school did. I know a couple other high schools that do that as well. So if you're looking into scholarships or financial aid, definitely check in with the high schools. It's never a bad idea to ask. Information on high school expos. These are definitely really good to look into, especially if you haven't seen the school that you want to apply to. Go over, check them out. Open house dates for the schools are over here. These are for the Bronx high schools, of course. If you keep going, you have the Manhattan high schools. Let's keep going. Staten Island high schools, of course. Westchester ones. Let's keep going. Keep going. Long Island ones, wait till it loads, keep going. These are the codes that you're going to be needing when you're filling out what school you want to go to. Very important to have these handy. Don't lose this. And always have a reference to where you keep it. Let's keep going. All right. Keep going. All right, so the context of the tax exam is going to be a reading section. You're going to have a written expression section. All right, that's going to test you on grammar, sentence structure, clarity, effectiveness, appropriateness of your expressions. There's a mathematics section. The math talks about quantitative analysis, algebraic patterns, connections, probabilities, some statistics, some geometry, and ability. Now, ability teaches reasoning and a lot of pattern recognition. All right, tips on taking the test. Now, there's definitely a lot of strategic tips on taking the test, but these things you're going to, get a little bit more of during the actual tax classes. Moving on, going through. All right, so we fit the sample, and I know that you guys were stuck on ability, so we could go straight there and take a look at it. Okay, guys. So the ability section is very much like I said, a lot of pattern recognition. You're gonna get a picture, or you're going to get, well, more than likely a picture. It's gonna have some type of filling inside, or some type of pattern associated with it. Like, let's take number one, for instance. We have a triangle, okay, and the second one we have a second triangle. If we look at this picture as we move on, we add a triangle every time. All right, so that's what's happening in the first row. What about in the second row? Okay, we started with two this time. Yeah, that's cool. But every time we move to the next row, we add one more to the previous row. Now, pattern recognition, everybody, is about being able to spot the difference between like one thing and another, no matter how minute or acute that difference is. Ability is about training your eye and your mind to spot differences, or at least this one section of the ability test. A lot of it is going to be pattern recognition. Some of it is going to be spatial awareness as well, but we'll get to that, and the thought process behind spatial awareness. Okay, so just looking at number one, we can probably say that B is going to be the answer here, because we have to add one more triangle each time. One more triangle, one more triangle, one more triangle each time. All right. Now let's take a look at this one. So over here we have shapes. Right now, I see a circle, I see a square, and I see a triangle. Now, how are these shapes different? What is the pattern here? That's the question that we have to ask ourselves. Is there a pattern moving to the side? Well, everything on the side is a circle, so let me compare them and see how they go. If I look at this, it looks like over here, this circle or this picture is the result of taking the middle picture and superimposing it on this one. Right now, notice how the diagonal lines on this circle are the same as the diagonal lines on this circle. Notice how this whole picture literally just looks like if I took this circle and put it in the center over here, or this shape and put it in the center over here. Okay, that might be the pattern, but we have to make sure that that's consistent throughout this diagram. On to the triangles, let's take a look at them. If my theory holds up, then it should be, this shape should be the result of taking the middle shape and putting it in the middle of the outermost shape. All right, now if I look, I take this triangle, put it over here, it looks like the same thing. Notice how the lines, once again, are running in the same direction. If that's the case, then this is indeed the pattern. All right, now what does that mean? That means the shape that's going to be over here is going to be a big square, and its diagonals are going to be running the same as this square's diagonals. All right, which leads us to L as the answer for this one. Remember, a lot of pattern recognition, people. That's what it is. Very big on that. So this next section, now, from what I remember, from what I know, this is definitely going to be on your test, and you have to definitely look out for, just the folding. I remember I remember vividly, some of those questions were out of this world, I still remember them. But when looking at the questions that require folding, right, what you want to do is you want to visualize. All right. A very, very, very important tool that you have here is your mind's eye, so to speak, being able to spatially visualize a shape. All right. Now over here, just in the first one in number 3, we take a piece of paper, we fold it in half, and we punch 2 holes in it. Now this right here should be the line of symmetry, depending on the fold. What does that mean? That means that this bottom half should look identical to this top half along the line of symmetry. All right. So there should be, okay, 2 circles over here, but also 1 circle the same distance from this line as this circle, and another circle the same distance from this line as this circle. It should almost be like a mirror image because we're cutting this thing in half. And if we look, the only thing that works out for this one should be A. All right. Moving forward, now let's take a look at this. So over here, we fold the paper twice and then punch it. Here we have to kind of orientate ourselves with where exactly they're punching the hole in this piece of paper. All right. We know that this paper got folded a total of 2 times. Yeah. Once diagonal and another time towards the other diagonal. And the punch was made over here up top. If we unfold that paper, right, the punch was made on this top edge. And notice how when we fold this paper, right, this top edge lines up with this top edge already, which means that if it was folded once and we punched a hole over here, another hole would appear in the middle right there as well. All right, take it slow. Try to see exactly what I'm talking about here. But we didn't fold the paper just once. We folded the paper twice, right? So being that it's folded twice, once over here, this side, yeah, of the paper, as well as this side of the paper gets superimposed over here. Yeah, what does that mean? When I unfold this paper, there should be a hole in between all 4 sides. All right, and the only picture that fits with this thing is K. All right, that's why K should be your answer for number 4 for ability. All right, now we're talking about figurine classification. In each question, the first 3 figures are alike in certain ways. Choose the answer choice that goes with the first 3 choices. Now, number five doesn't seem that bad, right? We have a lot of ellipses. It would make sense that the similar shape is going to be an ellipses. Sure, some of them are bigger than others, but they all, by their core, have the same shape, which is why I'm inclined to say the answer for number 5 would be A, right? Let's take a look at number 6. Now, this one's a little more abstract, right? We have a lot of faces, yeah, and we have to find something that's similar with them. Well, they all have the same, I guess, head shape, and they all have the same eyes. What's different about them? The thing that's different about them is their facial expression, yeah. But how can we find the similarity? Okay, their facial expressions are different, but what is similar still about all their facial expressions that we don't see over here, right? We look at these facial expressions over here, and we look at these facial expressions over here. What do we notice? If anybody wants to type into the chat, what do we notice? Isabella, you raise your hand. Go ahead, Isabella.
They're all going upwards.
They're all going what? What was that? Say that one more time. Oh, let me unmute one more time. Go ahead.
Rudy, can they type it in the chat? Just let them type, okay? Because I don't
Yeah.
have an unmute setting, okay?
Yeah, they could type it in the chat. They could type it in the chat. Go ahead, Isabella. Type that in the chat for me.
Okay, they can type in the chat. Rudy, let's keep going, okay? Go ahead.
All right. Well, I don't know if Isabel said this or not, but if we look at the faces, they're all going up. All of them are going up on both sides. They are going up. So what we want to do is we want to kind of find, all right, which face over here on this side is going up on both sides. And it looks like it was not J. K looks like it could be a very, very good candidate. It's not, definitely not L. It's not M, and N only has it on one side, kind of going up, which leads K as the most viable answer in this case. All right, let's take a look at 7. So for number 7, we have a lot of squares. We have 1 square, we have 2 squares, we have 3 squares. And we want to find which one is similar. We also have diagonals running through these squares. Now, how are the diagonals running? All in the same direction, from bottom left to upper right. All right, notice bottom left, upper right, bottom left, upper right, bottom left, upper right. So just based off the similarities that we found, I'm inclined to believe that our answer is going to be a square with diagonals running from bottom left to upper right. We have 4 squares here, 2 squares with diagonals, 1 square with the diagonal that I'm looking for, which would lead me to believe that C is the answer over here. All right. Moving forward, let's take a look at number 8. So number 8, what do we see here? I see that I start off with 2 rectangles, right? Start off with 2 rectangles, and it looks like the amount of rectangles doubled, or really the rectangles got cut in half, like the amount of shapes doubled, right? I'm inclined to believe that the next shape in this series is going to have the shapes over here probably cut in half. If there's anything that fits the bill, it's not N, no. J fits the bill over here. J is more than likely the answer for this answer choice, right? And here are the sample answers, ability, just like they said. Right, so basically, guys, ability is very, 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 very much about pattern recognition, about spatial awareness, about just being able to pick out similarities and differences, right? Now, these do definitely get a bit harder, right? Like, for example, when it comes to folding, they might fold it 3 times, they might fold it 4 times, they might fold it outside of a symmetrical spot. Like they might not exactly fold it in the middle, right? They might punch the hole on an offsides area. But as long as you have the foundation and the gist of how to tackle these problems, it should not be a problem. All right. Now I guess I'll hand it over to Francis because we just finished talking about ability. I'll let her have a chat with you guys in the meantime. Francis? Hold on, guys. Just waiting on Francis to come back. In the meantime, let me stop sharing. Maybe I can find some more ability questions that we can work on. I'll take a look into Vault, like in the meantime, before Francis comes back.
Oh, wait, I'm here, Rudy. I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just had finished wrapping up with the ability questions that we had here.
Oh, no, but
Really
isn't there more or no to with the go through the share screen? Let me see.
But yeah, that's no, these are from PDF. Those are it.
Let's go take a look one more time. I just want to make sure there's nothing else.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give some general tips? That would actually be very helpful. Oh, wait, can you, yeah, wait, if you keep going, can you keep going down, down, down? Yeah, let's do the paper folding also, okay? You did that already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's keep going. You did this already?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next. Well, I guess that's it. Rudy, can you give some general like tax tips, ideas, suggestions? Can you just give some general like strategies for how to do well on the ability? And I don't think it's a particularly difficult section. I hope it's okay to say that. So if you don't mind, just give some general advice. Good.
Okay. All right, let me stop sharing this. All right, everybody. So as far as test taking, one very important thing to do is pace yourself properly. All right. Now I know this is outside of the scope of ability, but just in the realm of test taking, proper pacing is paramount to success. All right. If you can pace yourself properly, if you understand where you are and where you should be at what time you're currently at, then you will more than likely do very well on this exam. All right. One thing is knowing the material. Another thing is proper pacing. Okay. And that's done through practice. Practice exams under timed conditions. Okay. The first time, of course, is going to be a little bit nerve wracking, but the second time, you'll be used to it. The third time will be a walk in the park. All right. And during actual test time, I mean, proper preparation breeds success, right? That's something very important to keep in mind. Um, Another thing that's very important to keep in mind is the power of an educational guess. All right. Now I don't know if your professors or your teachers tell you this, but an educational guess can take you a very long way. If I have a question that's out of 5, and I know 2 of them are incorrect, I know 2 of them are incorrect. I don't know which one's right, but I know which ones are wrong. I know 2 of them are incorrect. That automatically raises my chances of getting it correct from 20% to 33%. That's a 13% increase just off of eliminating 2 choices, right? The power of an educational guess can take you a lot of different places. Okay. 1 in 3 or 1 in 5. I'd much rather take the 1 in 3. And especially if I could cut it down to a 1 in 2, every point is valuable. And if you can secure those points, then more power to you, right? The better grade that you're going to get. Okay. Another thing that I would definitely, Francis, you good?
I'm here. I'm here. I'm gonna let the kids type any questions that they want to type. So I'm just gonna change the settings. So this way you guys are welcome to type. Because remember, Rudy also went to Malloy for school. I just want to remind you guys, like Rudy, you know, he's not only someone who teaches for the TACS, so I'm changing the settings. So we can do that. Anyone can chat. So you can like say hi to each other. Hi. Okay. Oops. Hold on. You guys can say hi to everyone. Can you guys try it? Let's make sure it works. Does it work? Hold on, everyone in meeting. All right, go. Hi. Hi. All right. So yeah, so I think it works. So you can type any questions because remember, Rudy also went to Malloy and he also went to a Catholic high school, Catholic college. So he's really been like on that trajectory. So you're welcome to ask any questions you have. Go right ahead, Rudy.
All right. As I was saying before, where was I? Jeez. Was it
You were
talking
giving
about?
tips and advice before I interrupted. All right. So everyone just type
Yeah.
any questions that you have. Okay, guys, go ahead.
Oh, and another thing, guys, is it never hurts to be prepared. It never hurts. And you guys are already taking the first step by being on this call, right? You know what you want, you know how to get there. It takes practice. All right. Practicing for this exam puts you so much further than the people that aren't practicing for the exam. All right, because you're gonna know everything that's gonna be on there. You're gonna have a leg up, right? You already know or have an idea of what's going to be on there. You're already going to have an idea early on of what you need to work on. All right. So it's very, 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 very important to, you know, to have a leg up. All right. To be able to check out exactly what you need when you need it and be able to focus and pinpoint in on the things that you need before it's time, not 2 days before, not a week before. A week before is okay, but you guys are doing this maybe a whole 2 months in advance, which is great. Consistency is very important as well. Yeah, I could look at this thing tomorrow and then not look at it again for another month. Consistency is what you need. It's one thing to open your book. It's one thing to take a look at the problems, but being consistent is when you're truly going to get everything in your head, and it'll be in your head for when you need it, which is on exam day, right? What else do I got? Talk about consistency, talking about test taking
Looking,
strategy.
and then really quickly,
Reading.
like looking back, how much did you like Malloy? Like what were like positives about the school you
I
can share
really
with
think,
us?
hold on, Francis, I got a question. Thanks for this. About the school academic not applying. Hmm. Just because you go to a Catholic school doesn't mean you have to sign up for Catholic university or religious university in any matter. Going there, it doesn't they don't make you just like pick a Catholic university. But it was nice. Academically, it was really good. Like I had a lot of options to take different classes. I was in a lot of different honors classes. The teachers were great. Teachers were, I'm sorry, it was a fly. The teachers were great. And it was nice. Academically, it was definitely nice. And there was definitely like outlets to higher education, kind of like they had like a math Olympiad club if you're into that. They had biology club, lots of different clubs, lots of different ways that you can further your knowledge. A personal finance class, which I loved, which there definitely should be a lot more of in high school education. But academically, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it academically. Definitely was challenging academically. I liked it. It was good. They taught me everything I needed. Did you find it limiting and not Priya, I don't know if you worded the last part of your question the way I think you wanted to word it. Not alive. Sorry if not. Ask it one more time. Are all questions for yeah. I don't believe any questions are worth more than any other questions. Was it limiting? When applying to non-Catholic. Oh, I see. Like for public schools is what you're asking. Non-Catholic or non-Catholic universities for colleges or for high schools, Priya. Oh, colleges. No, no, not at all. Not at all. The process is the same. Sorry, I'm on the road. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. The process is the same. Whether you apply for a Catholic university or non-Catholic university, the only thing is you get perks. If you apply to a Catholic university coming from a Catholic school, a Catholic high school, like St. John's, for instance, they literally give you a scholarship just because you went to Malloy if you went there, right? Like I know they do that. Do I know any others that do that? But really, the process is the same, right? You still have to go on your Common App. You still have to write your essays. You have to apply. It's not limiting at all. Really, you just have to make use of the resources that are available to you that make it easier for you. You're welcome.
Oh, Rudy, I want to say thank you so much. I think we covered so much ground. Everyone, let's take a minute and just say thank you to Rudy because he's so calming, and I really like give you a big thank you for that. Okay, hold on. Let me go to my chat. Everyone,
Thank
let's give Rudy a huge thank you. Okay, thank you, Rudy. Everyone, say thank you.
Thank
Rudy.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rudy. Rudy,
You're
can you
welcome,
wish us some
everybody.
final good luck? Rudy, wish us good luck.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Say Rudy.
Oh,
Oh, wait, let me
that's so
take those videos.
adorable. So cute. Um,
Oh, before we log off, you guys can see who wants to see a very cute baby and doggy and kids. Anybody who wants to see Kweller Prep Entertainment? Who wants to see entertainment? Hold on. Go ahead, Rudy. Everyone say thank you to Rudy. Everyone, go ahead.
Guys, I appreciate the thank yous. And like as I said before, you're already 3 steps ahead of everybody else by being on this call, by being invested in how you want to do on this exam. All right.
Okay, guys, hold on. I'm about to show you
Prepared?
live entertainment. Is ready? Do you see me or no? Do you hear me? Rudy, you hear me, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, guys, ready? I am about to show you some live entertainment. You ready? Who's ready? Live entertainment number one. Hello, Rudy, you're gonna tutor, right? You're not gonna charge me a lot, right? It starts in 10 years. Yeah, say, Rudy, give me a discount. Rudy, give me a discount. Yes. Oh, look at you, Rudy. Say, Rudy, give me a discount. Rudy, give me a discount, baby. Ready? Say, Rudy. Rudy, who wants to see a cute doggy? Who wants to see a cute doggy? Ready? Ready?
Wait, let me spotlight you, Francis. Let me
Hi,
spotlight
baby.
you because they can't see you.
Oh, wait, put me in the spotlight. Wait, do it, do
Yeah.
it. Hold on. Can you do it?
I'll unspotlight myself. Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Co-host. Oh, I'm in spotlight now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. All right, ready? I'm on spotlight, all right? Everyone check it out.
Happy. Look at how happy he is.
Hello,
So
baby.
adorable.
Okay, ready? This is more entertainment. I got more entertainment for you guys. Hello, Goldie.
Goldie doesn't want to be bothered. She's just laying there.
Goldie. Oh, look at that. That is some real entertainment. Hi, Goldie.
Oh my God.
Goldie. Do you love your entertainment? Are you guys entertained? Look at that. Good. We got a full house over here. Cool. Say bye, Goldie. Say good luck in the tax exam. Jessica, you want to tell everybody? Do you want to tell everybody good luck? Say good luck in the tax exam.
Good night, Goldie.
I feel like, what is that? Not yet. Okay. All right, everyone. Enjoy, guys. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening. Thank you, everybody.
Be sure to sign up. I think I'll be tutoring. I have to talk to Francis about that, but that's a pleasure. Hope to see you guys soon. Okay.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rudy.
Thank you.
Come on, okay. Rudy, look at how comfortable the dog looks. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Не плювай, не выплювай. Причем посмотрите тотально, просто посмотреть там. Просто посмотрите. Что вы там язык делать? Это что новое? Знаешь, что, может быть, на руку поставим какой-то, да? Давай поставим какое-то дело на руку. Don't make it dirty. И так маленькие это. Окей. Еще как? Иди покушай, потом пойдешь. Эй, не разговаривай, ладно, да, еще, детка, покушай, покушай. Вот закушай, кушай.
Я не хочу. Ну, просто